Alright guys, let's do this. Let's do INnoVation versus Rogue best of 3 here in the quarterfinals of today's Kung Fu Cup number 8. As we do have to the top left-hand side our red Terran player from O Gaming. They picked up their first ever StarCraft player as a team, and it was INnoVation. What a way to go. What a way to go about things. As to the bottom right-hand side, our blue Zerg player is of course Rogue. Again, one of this best of 3, and we look to see what's going to be happening here in the near future. What's up in the chat? Hello Montian, how you doing? What's up Wurzaga as well? How's it going? Wardy and the Wardy Golds in the chat, loving it, loving it. What's up everybody, how are you doing today? A little bit of this long stream delay today, not going to lie, it's a 3-minute delay. Because, just because we're going to be casting WCS qualifiers after Kung Fu Cup, so WCS rules say we have to have a 3-minute delay, and of course we'd kind of prefer not to have to reset the stream between WCS qualifiers and Kung Fu Cup, because we're going to go straight from one event into the other. So an Overlord coming in towards the upper left-hand side. This Barracks from INnoVation is going to be finishing up, and a Reaper will start up to begin. The game looking pretty standard. Not even a pull first from Rogue, so just hatch gas pull to get us going in game number 1. Means we are going to really have, for the next couple of minutes at least, not a passive opening, because Rogue proxies a hatchery. Wow. Do Rogue and Dog just sit together? And just be, you know, do they just sit together and, like, you know, make evil plans as to how to kill Terran players? Because last week I casted Dog and Rogue doing the exact same build in TvZ with the kind of like this drop play. This week I'm casting them both proxy hatching a Terran player. I guess it was a Protoss player that Dog proxied, but you know, they're just like so in sync with each other. They're just like, hey, let's just play the same way. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird when you look at it, but we do see this Reaper is coming down towards the bottom right-hand side. Have a little bit of a look to see what's going on. Just having a little bit of a scout right now, so nothing too crazy. Link speed is on the way up from Rogue. You does see the lack of a third hatchery. The thing is, why would you ever check your own third base, right? Like, why would you ever need to come over here and be like, haha, you know, because that's such an obvious thing to have happen. That's the issue, because right now you look at the front and you know it looks pretty normal. As time passes by, it looks a little bit weird. It looks a little bit strange that there isn't a third hatch, and then you maybe start to think about it a bit more and realize, well, something was not quite right here. But for now, something is, you know, there's no real reason for INnoVation to be too worried for about another 30 seconds. I think if he's not here for another 30 seconds, you know, if he doesn't see the third hatch in the next 30 seconds, I think that's when he starts to really think about what on earth is actually going on here. Next grenade helps to get rid of that creep tune, which was just freshly popped down by the Queen. A couple of Hellions coming forwards as well now. 8 more Zerglings on the way out. The first Roaches are building. INnoVation has absolutely nothing to defend right now. It looks as though he's going to get ready to build a Banshee. A Tech Lab being free will definitely help out in that regard, but obviously would have been better if he just already had something useful started. Comes over to the right side, now he's going to see this creep, and now he knows what's up. I wonder what he does. Factory straight to the Tech Lab, I like it. And I guess just a siege tank right away. I guess maybe the barracks could go to the reactor, unless the starport reactors, and he could go in towards 2 Vikings at a time. It's something, you know, it's better than nothing, I guess. Anyways, for now it seems like SCVs are going to pull forwards. The tank is on its way. Viking lands, but is not actually in the fight just yet, so needs to be a little bit careful with that. There's Rogue pushing forwards here. Lings, Roaches, Ravagers pushing on through and doing a lot of damage. Viking lifts back up into the sky, but the Queen's still here to target it down. INnoVation pulls away from his natural expansion. Barracks will go to the reactor now, so he will start up reactor marine production. I think he kind of has to. The issue with the siege tank is he's going to have 1 tank, and as he has 1 tank, there's only going to be triple Ravagers, so actually he's going to have to throw some battles needed to shut this down. Viking will kill the Overlord, and that's a big pick-off, because without the Overlord here, the lack of high ground vision makes it very difficult for these Ravagers to actually see what's going on and to be able to actually get much done. So Liberator on the way out of the starport, as we're going to be seeing this Ravager on its way up. And again, Creep just pushing on forwards as well. A few more Zerglings coming around the right-hand side. Well, INnoVation is stabilizing here. You know, he's got the tank up. He's got, you know, gotten rid of the high ground vision, so he was able to really stop these Ravagers from shutting down the tanks and able to kind of keep on pushing forwards. And now, well, creep spread's definitely going to be an issue as the game goes on, but I feel as though INnoVation's in a very safe position. It feels as though, you know, he's really okay right now. So I kind of like this right now for INnoVation. It feels as though it's definitely a position in the game which he can, which he can play from. Alright, well, Rogue just sort of says, I'm going to kill you. He's still making more Zerglings, more units, not going into more drones or anything like that. As we're just going to be seeing the Siege Tank just firing away, getting a little bit of damage done on a few of those Ravagers there. Just we have a very quick moment before this fight starts. I just want to say thank you to Manakino with the sub. So I'm going to give you a proper shout in a moment, but this game's pretty intense, and this attack could break in at any moment here. Here we go, Siege Tank's firing, there's Hellions and the Marines at the front. First corrosive bars get rid of one tank. The tank in the back will take some hits, but it doesn't go down. The Marines here are still doing their job, and the Siege Tank's still alive. I think that's going to be more than enough. Target fires the Ravagers as well, so there's no friendly fire on the Marines, and that's actually really important at this stage of the game, because friendly fire onto the Marines could have really, really sucked for him. I mean, that's one way to just lose your own units. Well, not really too much. A couple of Lings at the front going down as well. There's more Lings in the back that might fall too. A few more Zerglings on the way up, a Roach on the way up as well. And these units of Rogue just gathering and gatherers across the map. Liberator is sieged up and is denying a couple of workers from mining. So INnoVation is really looking good right now in this game. Number one, he's held the attack, and right now Rogue is down on workers. He's unable to break INnoVation. INnoVation feeling confident enough to start the third base as well. And it feels as though our Terran player has got game number one in the bag. They have a couple of Queens of Ravagers, Lingers just gathering themselves up together here. Going to get ready to try and come forwards and break this down once again. A little drop, and again, these extra couple of Ravagers just going to morph in too. Yeah, this ready to go. This one Hellion taking a shot or two as it kind of runs around to the left-hand side. And there's the two Ravagers on the right side morphing in. And one tank will unsiege. See here the front going to take a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, it gets killed off as it finishes that refinery. Again, I mean, Rogue's just going to have to go for it here. It's going to cost him so much every time he pushes forwards. Yes, he gets a Siege Tank kill, but it costs him 2 Ravagers. And that's a trade which INnoVation's completely fine with, because he has plenty more Siege Tanks to back him up here. It's going to be another tank. Actually, on Sieges very quickly. Not quite in time, though. That was actually a bit better, and honestly, that tank was very far forwards. Did it really need to be that far forwards? Well, I guess so. Anyways, here we go. Bunkers are going to finish up the wall off here, and again, tanks are getting a lot done. The bunker just in general helping out a lot too, keeping these Marines alive for a good amount of time. And that's going to be GG, as Rogue is not going to have an answer. INnoVation takes game number 1 of the best of 3. Very well played. Our focused game for the moment, which is Rogue versus INnoVation. And let's see what happens here. Game number 2. We start down to the bottom right-hand side of our red Terran player from O Gaming. This is INnoVation. And to the top left, our blue Zerg is Rogue. What's up? This is Foster with the 3-month resub. How you doing? Thank you so much for the 3-month free subscription. Hope you're doing well, mate. As we are getting into this, getting to the series. Thank you again for the 3 months of resubscribe, and about to hit 1,000 viewers here today, guys. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us so far today. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and I hope you're all having a ready to kind of sit with us and sit with us all day long, because we're going to be casting not just the Kung Fu Cup right now. We're going to be casting WCS EU qualifiers after this, and then we're going to be doing some WCS NA qualifiers as well. So we are going to be casting all day long. So we're only 2 hours into the stream for the moment. We're going to be here at least another 10, probably up towards another 12 to 14 or so, depending on how long the NA qualifier takes and just how much of it we can actually survive without feeling too tired and having to tap out for the day. We'll see what the day brings us. As for now, if you guys TvZ just mining away, link speed will start up, and we get ourselves into game number 2. Getting going here. Link speed is indeed starting. Reactor comes down on this barracks. A factory on the way up as well at the moment, and this Reaper from INnoVation is going to be on its way towards the upper left-hand side of the map to see just what's going on. A few more Lingers from a Rogue, though, going to sneak around the side. Again, that gas pool into hatchery this time is going to be a little bit of a annoyance from INnoVation, because, again, his Reaper's on the wrong side of the map now. Sees the lack of lack of the hatch first, and so he starts to come back home. But those Lingers are actually just going to peel away to the side. They're just going to peel away to the side and sit right here and just sort of sit and, well, get, well, do nothing, I guess, when usually you'd expect them to be in here. They could have delayed this CC, So I'm not really sure why he didn't. Maybe because he didn't... I mean, he must have seen the Reaper. He's got so many overlords on the map. It's so strange. That's such an interesting choice. Link speed's about to kick in, and I wonder if it's just because he wanted to wait for Link speed to do something, but as Link speed kicks in, Hellions are coming out as well, so as Hellions pop out, it's a tough one. I mean, you can't really do much with Hellions here, right? So it's just a weird move, I feel. I feel as though it's just a little bit of a weird move. I don't know. Strange one. Anyways, this Reaper continuing to move around right now over to the left-hand side. And we are going to be seeing Queen just throwing down a creep tumor or two, so a couple creep tumors dropping down here. Stimpack will start up on this barracks. As Stim starts up on the barracks, we are going to see the Hellions at the same time working their way through the third base hatchery. Pushing forward, the grenade goes down, Queen gets blasted backwards. And then Viking just on the way up on the starport as well. Overlord here will be obviously going down in the next couple of moments, so it's got some good scouting though. I mean, he sees the Stimpack, he sees the extra rack, so he gets a full confirmation that his bio at least, rather than it being, you know, rather than being anything else. We are just going to be having the engineering base coming up too, so INnoVation just finishing his wall off here, getting himself set up nicely on the two bases. No third base just yet. We'll be playing the more aggressive style of play, where he's going to be focused up on, you know, racks, you know, medevacs, etc., bio play, and then in towards the other bits and pieces a little bit later on. I'm just going to bring the starport all the way to the side here. And this barracks is definitely open to jump up and drop onto that reactor as well, so really just build up into everything. I mean, it kind of makes sense by the time this reactor builds and medevacs out, it'll be a good amount of Marines too, rather than just taking up this reactor and building medevacs way earlier than he actually needs them, so the build makes sense as we see the lair on its way down. This Viking looking for its second kill of the game, but having to run into Queens to get it, probably not going to be successful. INnoVation knows so, and he does indeed pull himself back away down the left-hand side. So I know just keeping that Viking alive, 1-1 upgrades on the way for him. So he's actually quite far ahead on upgrades, considering the fact that Evolution Chamber's here from Rogue. They've only really just started up right now, so they're about halfway done. But I mean, you know, as 1-1 starts up right here from Rogue, 1-1 of INnoVation is going to be, what, like 50 seconds ahead? Almost a minute? It's a good upgrade lead. There's a good amount of time to work with here if you want to kind of, well, create yourself the opportunity to, you know, attack with an upgrade advantage. So Hellions are going to dive into the natural here. There's only a few Zerglings, and most of the drones are in trouble at the moment. That's already 5 or 6 going down. That's going to be 7 here. Only 2 Hellions left over, and that will be pretty much the end of this now. And INnoVation will just scout into the main base to see if there's anything worth seeing. You know, maybe you can see if there's a Spire, maybe you see if it is Roach play. You know, it just helps you to get the confirmations that you need to know exactly what the tech is of Rogue. At least it gives you the extra chance of getting that confirmation. As we do see a Viking just sat in the middle of the map as well. Feeling's going to peel away off to the right-hand side here too. So they're going to be off and away to see what's up. And as we just have a moment, let's just quickly jump into Zest Dark. As you can see in the picture here, well, Zest is currently losing his 5th base, but he's just took down the 5th base of Dark because he has Carriers, Immortals, and Archons fighting on the other side of the map. A massive Queens have just been feedbacked. Looks as though Zest is going to 2-0 Dark and advance himself through to the semi-finals here today. Great play by Zest. 2-0 against Dark, can't complain about that, can you? Zest, there we go, he actually just popped the victory screen as I took the picture away. But Zest 2-0, he moves on through to the semi-finals. Well, Combat Shield is on the way up here from INnoVation. As you do see, this Viking now actually will get its second kill of the game. Will it? Yes, it will. And then we'll be very quickly dead. Oh, he just saves it. I mean, it's INnoVation. I guess I should be more aware of the fact that he's probably going to save his units. 1-1 is done. Combat Shield's about to finish. And again, he's got about 20 seconds or so here to maybe take a fight without the 1-1 of his opponent, which would be fantastic, but I just don't think he's quite going to be there in time. He has a good amount of units, but against Roaches and Ravagers it's a pretty sturdy defensive force. As we are going to be seeing these units actually stim again, but they didn't have the scan to get rid of the creep, which I think INnoVation was initially intending. That's 2 attack upgrade will start here as well. Tanks yet to siege, and we're actually going to see a lot of Ravagers without much Roach support. Means that those Ravagers will start to drop very quickly. Something you have to be a little bit cautious of, as those I see a chance to move all the way forwards here. First set corrosive bars actually can't come down because there's no vision there for Rogue on the other side of this yet. He's trying to get that now with a Zergling, but it just goes down, and honestly these tanks are doing so much damage here. Again, Rogue just can't properly see on the other side of this, so these tanks are doing so much damage and INnoVation. Absolutely tearing apart the units as he pushes in towards the third base at the moment. Another tank shows up to help support, and Well, INnoVation, he doesn't need to go much further forwards than this because he can hit the base from here. As long as he can hit the base from here, all he has to do then, you know, if his opponent tries to defend the base, is pull back into the siege tank fire. He's completely fine. Another overlord going down as well. The third hatchery now half health. A little bit of backwards and forwards. And again, INnoVation doesn't want to chase too far forwards. He wants to rely on those siege tank shots if the actual fight does start to break out. He's still just rallying units across the map right now as Rogue is going to come in. He has to commit now because otherwise he's going to lose the third base, and he cannot afford for that to happen. Ball lands into the center of the bio. That's nice INnoVation. Maybe he needs to back away just slightly here, and he does so for a moment. Another tank coming forwards. That hatchery is so low right now. So low. And he's going to be going down surely any moment now. It just takes a couple of clicks from the Marauders. I think INnoVation knows that he can just continue to take the fight, and that's what he does to find the GG in game number 2. INnoVation destroys